Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Florida State's offense will get the first crack at it here. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's got the back in the middle. At the 40, there he goes. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and say,
oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Seminoles have this offense rolling. They'll give it to him again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Got a man in the middle. They stop him at the 22. 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a... downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying. run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Makes the grab on the way. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Quarterback making checks. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it. Touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Harris. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fit. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the Dome. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on third down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. Third and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on third downs.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's going to run it. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one. He wasn't able to do that.
Got him downfield. And they made the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Touchdown, Florida State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Floats it out in space. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And this defense forces... Another fumble, and Johnny on the spot. He had one last week. He's got one this week. He just has a nose for finding the football.
Great place to start for this offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got it on the move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best corner.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the big fella. He breaks a tackle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Bunch formation for these receivers. He'll set up to throw. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The give to the tailback. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, and this man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead. They're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harris. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. That pass is incomplete.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
It'll be third and long.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing.
Touchdown, no! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
You're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be knocked down. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
RPO complete to open the drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Now he's looking to throw it. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Pocket breaking down. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. This time he's got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got his man. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to get it to the marker. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. It has been a less than stellar start in ACC play, and now the mission is to try to keep this season from going down the drain.
Yeah, and you got to find new ways to motivate. You came into the season, you're probably like, hey, listen, we want to be ACC champs, and that dream is probably gone, but let's refocus, right, Jesse? It's really fun to be that team in the middle towards the end of the year, too, where you can play spoiler.
Yeah, it's all about building, too. Just one game at a time, and it just takes one win to get the season completely turned around. This team has not yet quit on the year. They're still out playing hard with great effort. They just got to put a full game together.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's cut. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They bring the punter onto the field now. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner is stopped. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Give to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it down the right side. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
To the air on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Out of the gun, the give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to throw deep right side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? Syracuse will be forced to punt. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going to take a shot at this DB. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Taking it the other way. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand. Now you have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Unleashes to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. He splits the uprights. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Orange will have to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Using the quick game.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Noles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. There he goes. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll run it from the gun. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. The give on the option. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in the...
Makes the grab on the big throw. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, no! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this receiver is on fire. All the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Virginia Tech is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Michael Vick should never be counted out of any game. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Houston. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Proctor. Gets away from one, finds room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Proctor. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the ground, it's Toppin. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Udo. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open.
Breaks into the open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Power football with the run. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nice move to pick up yardage. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. He'll do it himself. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Oh, and the attempt is no good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
The Orange trying to come up with an explosive play to convert this 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pulls it in. It's Harris. Turning it on. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum, gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Syracuse will send out the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
They'll run the option. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Dumps it off in the flats. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making... Oh, he's got some space. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And option football is so hard to defend. It basically becomes assignment football. It's almost like basketball where you say, I got him, you got him. Defensive ends a lot of times have to play the quarterback, and once the quarterback pitches it, a lot of times it's the alley defender next who has to come up and make those plays. Those options really stress defenses.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment, and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Oh, they're after him. Here's a heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They'll make the stop, but that first